Hey everyone, Tina Hogan Grant here. It's my tea time hour. I like to do this once a month. I'm the author of now 11 books, and I like to come on in and just do a solo chat and connect with everybody and see how you're doing, get some insight of what I'm working on, what I'm doing when I'm not writing. So if you're here and you can see me, let me know where you're from, who you are, if you're a Facebook user, and we'll get chatting. So I see a few of you here already. I guess you're in my group because I'm seeing Facebook user. This one says, hi, my friend. And then we have Karen. She says, hey, girlfriend. Good to see you, Karen. Almost Happy New Year. And let me see. We have another Facebook user. You're coming up as a Facebook user because you're in my group and it's private. If you hop over to my author page, I will be able to see your name, but that's why I'm getting Facebook user. Faith is here. She says, Ellie here. And Tina Rose is here. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. Another Facebook user from Kansas. And this is Elaine Sapp. Hi, Elaine. I'm glad you're joining us. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrated. I hope you all had a good time and you saw family. I had my son up here and his family. We had a great day. It was a day of a lot of food, a lot of board games. And my best friend came over in the afternoon. We had turkey dinner. So we had a big breakfast in the morning and turkey dinner in the afternoon. So it's a lot of cooking, but a lot of fun. And then yesterday was my son's birthday. He turned 37. I'm beginning to feel old. He turned 37 yesterday. So he had a good day. And then tomorrow is my birthday, New Year's Eve. What a day to have a birthday. My dad always said I made the tax write-off. So I'm glad I made him happy. But tomorrow's my birthday. I will be 59 years old tomorrow. So next year will be the big 60. But I do have some specials going, which I'll tell you about to celebrate my birthday. But we are coming to, I'm going to pop onto a few more users that just joined us. Tanya Parker. She was here a minute ago. There she is. She says, sounds great. And then Barbara is here. Hey, Barbara from Florida. How are you doing, my dear? Elaine jumped over to my author page. I don't know why, but in the group, you have to give Facebook permission. And it's because it is a private group. So in order for me to see your name in the group, they want you to click on, I guess there's a blue link above me somewhere. You click on and it gives StreamYard permission to see my name. Otherwise, if you don't want to deal with that, you can just hop over to my author page, which is not private, and I can see your names just fine. Karen says, I just woke up from a nap, was at work at 6 a.m. today, didn't want to miss the chat. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for waking up from your nap, but 6 a.m. is too early for me. Who else is here? Let me see. Oh, Tina Rose says, happy early birthday. Sherry says, happy early birthday. A lot of happy birthdays. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate that. And Elaine says, that's my daughter's age, 37, I'm assuming. But yes, she turned 37. As I love doing these chats once a month. It's a way that I can just, reach out to you guys and connect with you guys and see what you've been up to. And just touch bases and you can find out what I've been up to. It's also a chance where you can ask me any questions that you might be wanting to know or anything about the group. I know most of you are in the group. So if you have any questions about the group or any ideas for the group, you can ask away here. So this is the time to do that. But I have a few questions for you. I always like to, have some kind of topic when we chat. So, of course, we're coming to the end of another year, 2022. Will soon be behind us. Oh, Virgie's here. Hi, Virgie. Here it is right there. And Elaine's saying, I can't. Okay, gotta send you a gift birthday. Oh, but she said, Elaine, you said you can't. Wait, right here. You said you can't see it. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but let me know. What's I talking about? Oh, yeah. 2022 is right behind us. Another year right behind us, another day, and then we'll be done with 2022. So I want to ask you, What is one or two, how many you want to put up, are your fondest memories of 2022? When I ask you that question, what immediately popped into your mind? What fondest memories do you have? And I'll tell you mine, and then I'll look at some of the comments. But for me, 2022, I'm going to have to, first of all, say that I saw my sister for the first time in 3 years. So that was really special, even though it was cut short. It was really special. I got to see her after 3 years. And then, of course, having two books out. I got Vegas Bound came out at the beginning of the year. And that's book, I lose track every time I say this, book 6 of the Sabella series. And then I just released book 7, Open Arms, which is book 7 of the Sabella series, and that just came out this month. So for me, that was a great achievement to have 2 books released in 1 year, which is what been my goal for the last few years, and I've achieved it in the last couple of years. So I want to keep that stamina, but I don't think I could push out more than 2 books a year. For me, every 6 months is a good steady pace for me. So I reached my goal. I released 2 books, and now we're going to work on the other ones. So those are the memories that are fondest for me. And then my husband and I made a couple of trips to the islands. We went to Catalina Island and we went to Santa Cruz Islands. These are 2 islands that I absolutely love going to. It's very remote. It's an hour ride on the boat, and it's the remote islands where you can just get away from it all and just go kayaking, hiking. So for me, those are my fondest memories for 2022. How about you? I want to see what fondest memories you have of 2022. And I'm going to put a few up here. Virgie says, went to a book signing for Brenda Novak in Salisbury, North Carolina. That's fantastic. I love her books. I mean, she's got a lot of books, but I've read a couple of them, and I do love her books. So how exciting. And I know you've been before to one of her signings, so that's great that you're able to make another one. Betty's here. She says, hi. I'm going to pop that up real quick. Virgie Lane, her fondest memories is made my reading goal for over 220 books and read 226 in a year. That is amazing. Incredible. And you have one more day. You might finish another book. You might reach 227. So congratulations to you. Tina, she went to the beach for a few days. Who doesn't love the beach? I don't go enough. When I lived near the beach, I still didn't go enough. I do love, and that's why Sabella series was based around San Diego beaches, because I love the beach and I do like San Diego. Oh, here's a nice one. Karen put out, she started the street team with you. Yes, we did. And Karen, you are doing a fabulous job of keeping it in check, running it. I appreciate all you do in the street team. And why don't I plug it while you brought it up? Is if you want to join my street team, it's a small group. I'm growing it slowly. Otherwise, it's just too overwhelming. It's just a matter of when I post on my author page, Sharon posts it in the street team, and you share it to your favorite groups, or wherever you like to share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever social platform you like. And periodically, I do give away some prizes for incentives. And in fact, we're going to have one tomorrow. That will be a prize sharing. And that reminds me, I've got to send you the details, don't I, Karen? So I'll work on that after the chat. I just thought about that. But thank you, Karen, for all you do in the street team. And it's because of you that it is doing really well. And of course, everyone that's a member, I really appreciate it. Oh, I see what Elaine said. She couldn't see the link for the street team, for the live stream to be able to see. Oh, okay, that's what's his name? StreamYard's fault. So they're not posting the link, which is why I can't see you. Let me see. What else other memories do we have up here? I saw a couple more I wanted to put up. Give me just a minute. Oh, here's one from Katie, also known as Ashley Called Post. She publishing her first sequel. That was awesome. And now she's working on another book. So congratulations, Katie, on that. Here's a nice one. Tonya Parker, my grandson was born on my... Congratulations. Is this your first grandson? Let me know, but congratulations. How exciting. And on your birthday, too. Sherry visited the UK. I need to go back. It's been too long for me. I'm hoping the next year or two I make a visit back there. So, Sherry, let me know what part of the UK you visited. I'm from Yorkshire, and that's where I usually go. When I go back to England, I go to my hometown, Ilkley, or as we call it, Islamorbatat. But you might let me know what part of England you went to. How exciting. And Karen, she went to her first book signing. Exciting. Let me see. So all kinds of fond memories. Let me see. There's a couple more down here. But anyways, these years are zipping by. I can't believe I am going to be 59 tomorrow. My Lord. Anyways, so 2023 is just around the corner. So my next question for you is, what goals are you hoping to achieve in 2023? Or what are you looking forward to in 2023? For me, of course, it's to do with my writing and my books. I want to stick with my 2 books a year, every 6 months, releasing 2 books. One of them will be the Sabella series, book 8. And that will be, as you all know, the final book in the series. That is one thing I will finish this year. That will be done. The Sabella series will be finished. And I'm also going to be releasing the prequel to the Tammy Mellors trilogy. I have actually written that one. It's finished, but I need to clean it up before it goes to my editor. That is one of my priorities, to get that going and get to the editor. My cover designer starts the prequel cover in February. So I would like to have that released in the next 3 months. That's my goal for that one. But I have to clean it up before it goes to the editor. And if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you will get the prequel for free. There'll be a link in one of the newsletters once it's released, and you'll be able to read the prequel for free, but only to my newsletter subscribers. That's one of the benefits of being a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, let me know in the comments, and I will send you a link to subscribe. But anyone that subscribes to my newsletter will get the prequel for free. And I enjoyed writing it. It's of course, based on Tammy, and it just gives you an insight prior to where the book begins. Book 1, Reckless Beginning. So it's prior to that time. So she's a young girl. Something that happened when she was younger that's not in the books, and I thought it would be a good way to start to give readers an insight to the actual whole trilogy and an insight to Tammy. So this one you will get for free if you are, again, a subscriber to the newsletter. So I'm looking forward to releasing that. I actually got the cover down, me and my cover designer. So I think it's a nice cover and it fits with the whole trilogy. So I'll be excited to show that to you. But that's one thing I want to do. And then the other one is the short stories for the Tammy Mellor trilogy. This is just an extra book. It's going to be in paperback and ebooks. And it's a collection of short stories from basically my fishing days, things that weren't included in the trilogy that I thought you would enjoy reading. And I'm working on those right now. I'm about halfway done with those. In fact, I wrote one of the short stories today, and it made me laugh, going back in time and reminiscing on those days. And I actually got a short story written today. So that's another one that I can check off. And I hope to have that out shortly after the trilogy, depending on how much I can get done and how much we can get done to the editor. So those are pretty much my goals for 2023. And then the other thing I would like to do, but it won't happen until the end of the year, is start my next series. Once the Sabella series is out, I have an idea for a new series. I don't want to give too much insight into it. I will when I get closer to the date, because it's still mulling around in my head, but I think it'll be a fun series. So look out for that one. I'll be talking about it in the group and on my author page. So that one I'm excited to bring out too. I want to look and see what some of you have. Barbara has put up, I haven't set any goals. I'd like to downsize more, keep a journal for the year, relearn crocheting, make homemade Christmas presents, and more. I used to crochet. I had a fun crocheting. I made a blanket. I made some scarves. But once I started writing, I kind of had no time. But I did enjoy crocheting and making homemade gifts. I always love receiving homemade gifts because of the time and the effort that went into it. It makes it that extra special. So that sounds like some good ideas, Barbara. I love those. Let me see what else we have. Becky, Love to attend a book signing in 2023. It would be my first if I did. That'll be fun too. I should look into some book signings. I've got so much I want to do, but I just don't have enough time. We need longer days. We need 30-hour days. Um, Katie published my first romance suspense novel. That is her goal for 2023. I wish you all the luck. I know it will happen, so good luck with that. And when it does, let me know, and we'll get you back on my cuppa and a nada. Elaine says she can't wait for the new series. I think it'll be I mean, I'll give you some more details once I kind of know what's going on with it. I kind of know, I do know, but I really don't want to put it out there yet until a little bit closer to it. Virgie says, get Afghans with 4 grandchildren. Oh, wow. That'll be awesome. Nice. I bet they'll be beautiful too. Tina says she plans on reading more and some more family time. Family time is the best. Is the best. Let's see. Tanya says, I am going to an author signing, romance authors in July 2023. Oh, that'll be fun. You got to post some pictures in the group. I'd love to see those. That'd be a lot of fun. Which one is that? Let me know where that's at. And we have a Facebook user says, I'll be rereading the Tammy Mello series. Thank you so much, whoever you are, but thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Lori says, you have a lot of goals. I do. Oh, the other goal I have that I totally forgot is I want to get the Tammy Mello's trilogy in audio. That is on the top of my list too for 2023. And in fact, I do have a narrator. So that's exciting. We discussed it. She's going to be my narrator. And we're going to try and get this started by the end of January. I've got to get some other things done before that, but she will start with the first book, Reckless Beginnings, and I'll probably have her do the prequel too. But it's not finished. That's well, it's finished, but it's not ready for her. But yes, that is another one of my goals, is the Tammy Mello's trilogy, to get it on audio. And I'm excited. I do have a narrator, so that will happen next year. That's on the top of my list too. So look out for that one. Betty says, I want to get started on your Sabella series. Oh, I hope you do, Betty. And I appreciate the reviews you left for the trilogy. I'm so glad you enjoyed them. I do want to give you a heads up. There's a little bit of steam in the Sabella series. But like I tell everyone, if that bothers you, just skip those pages. You're not going to miss any of the story. It's just a couple of pages here and there. It's not over the top. But I just tell them that. You won't lose any of the story. You know what's going on when it's steam. And continue reading. But thank you, Betty. I hope you do. And if you do, I hope you enjoy them. Tanya, Karen's asking you a question. I want to go to this 1 year, but I never get the information soon enough, or I'm not signed up to get the information. I need to talk to you, Karen, about how I get the information. And you probably already told me, and I just put it somewhere in my computer, and now I can't find it. I'm a pen and paper person. If I put anything in my computer, it can never be found again. Let me see. I'm looking at some of your comments. And then Katie is asking, Tonya, which city is Bray at? So let us know about Bray. If it is what you're going to. Tanya says, no, it's not. It's in East Peoria, Illinois. It's Riders on the River. I haven't heard of that one either. I need to get out there. And my problem is I live in the boonies, so I'm not much of a city girl, but I will eventually get out there and do some signings and go to some of these conventions because they sound like a lot of fun. And if I do, you'll be the first to know. Anyway, so that is basically my goals for 2023. Book 8 of the Sabella series, I'm going to start writing as soon as I get these short stories finished. And my goal is to finish them by the end of January. So I have another 30 days. I'm halfway or 2/3 through, and then I'm going to dive right in and start writing the last book in the Sabella series. And of course, as usual, there's going to be some surprises for you. And there's also going to be some surprises for me because the characters kind of tell me where the story is going. But I know how this book's going to end. And I do have some surprises that I'll let you know ahead of time. But not right now. When I get closer to finishing the first draft, I will fill you in on one of the surprises that you can expect in the Sabella series. And I did I will say this. Me and Karen have discussed it, and she's the one that suggested I tell you early versus you finding out while reading the book. So I'm going with Karen advice because I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Karen, but she reads a lot of books, and I like to read. I like to get readers' inputs. So I asked her this certain question, and it makes sense to me that I should tell you prior to you reading the book. So we'll leave it at that. So that is one. She said it's okay. But thank you, Karen, for listening to me and answering my questions when we were talking one time. And I'm going with what you suggested, and I think it's a brilliant idea. So we'll leave it at that. So you will get to know one of the surprises in the final book when prior to it coming out. Let's see. Karen's goals are to stay healthy and read more books. I love those goals. I do. And then Lori is saying, make sure the characters knows this is the end. I will put my foot down because I'm anxious to start my new series, a series that has no title yet, but one I'm anxious to start. Let me see. Janet says one of my goals is also to start reading your. Oh, Janelle, I like that goal. I love that one. Yes, please. I would love it. I hope you enjoy them when you do. Let me see. Karen says, going back to the conventions, Tina, you need to go just as a reader one year. I'll get you the info. Oh, that's an idea. I'm going to have to look into it. I'll put it on my to-do list, which keeps growing. Let's see. Katie has a question here. If anyone will be in the Charleston area, I'll let you know about book signings. There we go, Katie. Or she's also known as Ashley Cobb Post. That is her pen name. All right. So what else has been happening? Oh, I know what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you this because this is exciting for me, but this is the actual magazine. Oh, let me get rid of this. Hold on a second. This is the actual magazine that I was featured in this month, and it's such an honor. But this is the actual magazine, Authors on the Porch, and I'm also on the back. Look at that. I get the cover and the front. So that's really cool. I wanted to show you that. It's now on Amazon, and they have a, hold on, I'll get to the page. Fantastic article with pictures of me, see right there, and my dad, and me and Gordon, a nice big article, and then the books right there. So I really appreciate CJ Lopez for putting me in the magazine, featured in the magazine. So there, quite an honor. I wanted to show you that. So that's exciting. And I'm also going to be doing some live reads. In fact, I'm going to be doing 2 live reads. And the reason is because, as I said, tomorrow is my birthday. And then we've got New Year's Day the day after. So I wanted to celebrate both days by doing some specials on the books. And Slater, the ebook, book 1 in the Sabella series, will be free tomorrow. It'll be free for tomorrow and New Year's Day only. So if you read ebooks, this one will be free tomorrow. And then also book 2 is going to be free for 2 days to celebrate my birthday. I will post the links in my group tomorrow when it goes live. I can't post them yet because they're not free yet. But after midnight, my time, well, actually, they'll go free your time, midnight. They will be free. Eve and Slater will be free tomorrow and New Year's Day only. So I'm going to be reading an excerpt from Slater for you. And then the other thing is Reckless Beginnings, book 1 of the Tammy Mellows trilogy. It's the last day tomorrow that you can get it, the ebook, for 99 cents. So tomorrow is the last day you can get this one for 99 cents until I decide to put it on sale again. So if you haven't got if you'd like to read it in ebook, tomorrow's the last day you can grab this. It's been on sale all month to celebrate Christmas month, my birthday, my son's birthday, just, December. So this one, the last day you can grab it for 99 cents. So I'm going to read a short excerpt from this one too. So today you're going to get 2 readings, if that's okay with you. If you don't mind me reading from 2 books, I will go ahead and do that. Georgie Lane is asking, what's the title of the magazine? The magazine is The Author's Porch. It is on Amazon, and it can be available there. They have all the issues, but this one just came out with me on, and yeah, I'm excited. It's quite an honor to be on here, so I'm excited about that. Let me see. Hold on, let me get rid of this. So yes, we'll be doing 2 live reads, and of course, I have giveaways to do. But before we get to that, I do have some other things I want to talk to you about. Open Arms came out. Hold on. Hold on. Open Arms came out. When did it come out? December 20th. If you want swag for me, that has been mailed. If you ordered the book prior to, like, pre-order the book, I was sending you a magnet and a bookmark, and I appreciate the pre-orders if you did that. Those swags have been sent, so you should be getting them any day now. I think I mailed them 2 or 3 days ago, so they should be there sometime next week. If you want a paperback book from me, then I'm afraid we're still waiting for my books to arrive from Amazon. I'm the author, and I still don't have any of my books yet. That's Amazon for you. So as soon as they arrive, the next day I will pop them in the mail for you. But I do have a list of people that have won Open Arms from me, and you'll also receive, the bookmark and magnet. But I'm waiting on Amazon to get the button gear and send me my books. So I've got 2 cases coming, and they're taking their merry old time, even though the book's been out 10 days. But this happens every time I release a book. The book comes out and I still don't have my copies. But I apologize for the delay, but as soon as they get here, of course, I'll be posting a picture of their arrival with the cases of books. And as soon as you see that picture, then the next day your book will be in the mail. And I will let you know that, the book's on its way. But I know a few of you here that have won books, like Elaine has won one, Robin Browning has won one. I mean, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think Renee Simmons has won one. Virgie Lane has won one. So yeah, Karen will be getting one. My moderators, Karen, Pam, I hate forgetting moderators, Karen, Jennifer. Because of the fantastic work they do in the group, and they keep an eye on the group when I'm not around, I always give them a signed copy of any book I release with a bookmark and magnet, just to show my appreciation and how much I do appreciate them. So you are on the list too to get a paperback. But like I said, tell Amazon to get my books in the mail. But they'll be here, I shouldn't jinx it, but they should be here within a week or so. But you'll be the first to know. Katie put something up. I'm not sure what this is, but I ordered extra books for an event. They sent me 1 book, then the next day they sent me a box with the remainder. Well, most of you might remember, Lori does, because she brings it up often, is one time I think it was Vegas or Jill. I think it was Jill. I ordered a case of books, and a case of books I think is, I don't know, it's like 30 books or something like that. And they sent me each book individually. I had 30 packages. Each book was in its own envelope. But that's Amazon. That hasn't happened since, but it did happen one year. And I called Amazon up, and they just kind of laughed and said, well, and they didn't charge me for all that individual shipping, thank God, but just kind of blew me away. And I did post a picture in the group because I had 30 envelopes to open of all my books. Brownie says, love your coffee bug. This one is actually from Elaine. This is a gift from Elaine. I love it. And thank you, Elaine, for this. So cheers. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm looking at the time. We're doing good on time. And also, if you have any questions about the group or even questions for me, you can go ahead and pop them in the comments. But I think, what more could you possibly want to know about me? I mean, as I say, no pun intended. I'm an open book. I've written about myself in my books. But if there's anything you'd like to know or anything about the group, you can put them in the comments. I'll see if I can answer them. Let's see. I'm not sure what this question means. I'm getting very discouraged with the querying process. How do I keep motivated? Okay, are you talking about getting your book out into a publisher? I want to clarify. If you can just comment, Patricia, I'm getting very discouraged with the querying process. I believe how I'm understanding is that you are sending out queries to publishers. You want to be published traditionally, and you're losing motivation because you're not getting any response or you're getting rejected. Which one is it? But if that is the case, it's everyone has their own choices how they want to publish their books. Number one, some would like to be traditionally published, and whether it be because you don't want to do your own covers, or you just want to sit and you just want to write, you don't want to deal with the other aspects of publishing a book. It's all personal choice. Others like to self-publish because they like to be in control and they have control of everything. When you self-publish, I was published through a publisher with Record Beginnings for the first 2 years, and I did not. I hated it. I ended up hating. I couldn't wait for my contract to be up. It was a 2-year contract, and it was a nightmare. They, for me, the publisher I went with did not support me like I expected. They didn't do any marketing. And whenever I wanted a book to go on sale, it took up to 6 weeks. It's like, how can I even promote a book going on sale when I don't know when you're going to put it on sale? So for me, it was about control. I needed control of my work. It's my book. I wrote it. So I left the publishing route and I decided to self-publish. For me, it works. It's the best decision I made, and I'm in control, and I have a cover designer that I absolutely love, and she's very good at knowing what I want. And it's a matter of finding your own team versus working with the publisher's team. I love my editor, I love my publisher designer, and they are my team. And then I have my moderators in my group like Karen and Jennifer and Pam, and they are just fantastic. So it's about just working in your own circle with your own people. And when I want to put a book on sale, like tomorrow, Eve and Slater will be free. I just have to click a button and the next day it takes effect. Whereas if I wanted to put a book on sale with my publisher, they say, oh, in about 6 weeks, we'll let you know. I can't work like that. But Patricia, if that is how I'm understanding it, I don't have a lot of feedback when it comes to dealing with publishers because I left that route. But if it's a route you want, the only thing I could suggest is keep trying, just keep pushing. I mean, I've heard of people that go through publishers and it does take a while, but they eventually, you know, find a publisher and it happens. It's just a matter of not giving up and just when you know you want something bad enough, you'll just keep pushing for it. So I hope it does happen for you, but don't ever be afraid too of trying self-publishing, but still push for the traditional publisher too. You could do both and continue to self-publish until you find a traditional publisher that you think will be right for you. So hopefully that helps. If that is how I'm understanding your question. We got some new people coming in. Carla says hi. And yes, your name is showing up, Sherry. I see you. I hope you are well. And she says, I love your books. Thank you so much. Katie, also Ashley Cobb Post, says she loves being an indie author. Like I said, it's all on personal preference. Well, I mean, I tried both, and for me, indie is what works for me. Okay, we got another question here. Karen's asking, are you going to put any paperback copies? I cannot, I wish I could, but I cannot put any of my paperbacks on sale. They do not allow you to change the price of paperbacks. And this is in Amazon and also in Ingram, where I also have paperbacks. And Ingram is like the center publishing house for all the other bookstores that aren't Amazon. Like it could be Barnes and Nobles or a bookstore in your town. This is where their books come from, Ingram. And we are not allowed to change our paperbacks. What I do is periodically go into Amazon and they will periodically put a paperback on sale. And that's when you'll see, oh, Amazon's doing it again. In fact, I think Jill is on sale right now for $6.63, the paperback edition, which is almost 50% off. And I was going to post it tomorrow, but I'm telling you now. But the thing is with those is I can post them, but I have no idea how long that sale is going to last. Sometimes it will be on sale for a week. Sometimes it's on sale for an hour. I posted it one time, I think it was Claire, and it was on sale for a really good price. I think it was like $4.99, the paperback. And within 5 minutes of me posting that, it was back up to its regular price. So I do try and look, and I can only look on Amazon because Barnes and Nobles would do it, but it would be like 50% off your second paperback. That's a way you can get them cheaper, or it'll be 25% off and free shipping if you order over like $50. So those I don't pay attention to because it's their own little marketing. But Amazon will, periodically grab, one of my paperbacks and put it on sale. But we don't get a warning about it. it can be a flash buy sale. So I try and catch them. And if I do, then I would definitely post them, and hopefully you can jump on it and get them. But I always put in and a lot of times if I do those sales, if they come out and you don't have a bookmark or magnet to the paperback and you want to grab that sale price, show me a screenshot of your order and I'll send you a free bookmark and magnet, and I'll also send you the signed book plate that you just peel off with my autograph, and you can just stick it in the book. So those are really good deals. So I will try and see if we have any. I think Jill is on sale, and I'll post that one. So, but I wish I could put the paperbacks on sale. I do, but it's something we just can't do. Okay, are we ready for a live read? Are we ready? I think we're ready. Are we ready? All right, I think it's time. So the first one I'm going to read is Slater, book 1 of the Sabella series. And I just kind of picked a random chapter that doesn't give too much away, because I think I've read chapter 1, 2, and 3 to you a few times. So I'm skipping over to chapter 13. It's book 1 of the Sabella series. It doesn't give much away as far as the plot goes, but it's a little bit of a different chapter for me to read. For those that I've read, listen to me read the first 3 chapters numerous times, which I appreciate, by the way. You've read the book, you heard me read the book, and you still listen to me read the book. So I really appreciate you listening to me read the same chapters over and over. But anyway, this is chapter 13, Slater, and I will start. Okay, so I can't wait to see Sabella again. Our afternoon at the beach had been wild. After I said goodbye to her, which is hard to do, I decided to do some more surfing and managed to catch a couple of sets. For the first time since Eve, I have a good feeling about Sabella and I. I dry off, my mood is good, and I decide to head home. For the entire afternoon, images of Sabella never leave my mind. I keep wanting to call her, just to let her know I am missing her. Then it occurs to me that I should have offered to pick her up. What kind of a gentleman am I, letting her drive herself to the restaurant? Damn it. I lose some brownie points for that one. I have an idea to make it up to her for my stupidity. I know I'll buy her some flowers. At home, I take a long shower. Of course, I masturbate while thinking back to the beach, and end my shower satisfied. After finding a clean pair of jeans and a white shirt, I splash on some cologne, brush my hair, and put on my loafers before I head out to my truck to bring my surfboard inside and put it on the deck. Again, I glanced at my phone, checking to see if she had called. She hasn't, and I refrain from calling her. I think I am afraid she isn't going to show up, and I needed reassurance that she will. I shake my head at my silliness and place my phone in my back pocket. Of course she'll be there. Why wouldn't she be? I checked my room one last time to make sure I had everything and decided to leave a little earlier so I can pick up the flowers. 20 minutes later, I arrive at the restaurant with a dozen red roses in hand and 15 minutes early for our date. The place looks busy. I didn't make reservations and hoped there wouldn't be any problems getting a table. I check my hair one more time in the rearview mirror. It looks flat from being washed, and I give my head a good shake. That did the trick. Satisfied, I grab the roses laying on the passenger seat and step out of the truck. The cool breeze feels good. I stand for a moment to enjoy it and gaze out at the magnificent view of the ocean before heading into the restaurant. I'm greeted by a cute little blonde with menus in hand. Table for one? She asks. Actually, no, I'm meeting someone here. It'll be for 2. Okay, right this way, the hostess replies with a courteous smile. She leads me to a quiet table tucked away in the corner, decorated with a single white carnation in a glass vase. Here you go. Your waiter will be right with you, she tells me while placing 2 menus on the edge of the table. I pull out one of the wooden chairs. Thanks, I reply, as I take a seat and lay the roses down on the table. Once alone, I scan the restaurant. Sabella has good taste. It's a cozy place with additional seating outside on the deck that overlooks the ocean. Old black and white pictures of fishermen and the boats cover the walls. Nautical items consisting of fishnets, buoys, and mounted fish added to the decor. A few minutes later, a tall blonde waiter approaches my table. I can tell right away he is a fellow surfer. His sun-bleached hair and dry, copper-tanned skin is a dead giveaway. He is probably a waiter by night and a surfer by day. He spends all his days trying to catch the big one. I know the feeling too well. He looks to be in his early 20s. Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'll be your waiter this evening. He glances down at the 2 menus sitting on the table. It looks like you're waiting for someone. Can I get you something to drink? he asked. Yeah, that'll be great. I'll take a rum and coke. Sure, man, I'll be right back. While waiting for my drink to arrive, I decided to scan the menu. The selection is good. They have a huge variety of seafood and a small selection of steaks and chicken for the non seafood lovers. Being a huge seafood fan, I can see the choice is going to be difficult. A few minutes later, the waiter returns with my drink. Here you go, he says, placing the glass on the table. I reached for the drink and gave it a quick stir with a small red straw. Thanks. You're welcome. If you need anything else before your guest arrives, let me know. The waiter informs me before heading to the table behind me with a newly seated couple. After he leaves, I lay the red straw on the napkin and take a large gulp of my drink. It produces instant gratification and drowns any nerves I have been feeling. I look at my watch and see it is 5 minutes after 7. Sabella is late. I glance down the row of tables in the hopes of seeing her, but to no avail. I have no idea she is a prompt person like myself. I'm not too worried. I know living by the beach, traffic is always a factor that often interferes with our schedules. Thinking she may call to let me know she's running late, I reach into my back pocket and pull out my phone. After seeing there are no missed calls or texts from her, I place it on the table. By 7:30, I'm beginning to worry. The waiter checks back and brings me another drink. I quickly drink half of it, and there are still no signs of Sabella. My first thought is that she is standing me up, but that doesn't make any sense. I clearly felt her enthusiasm when I asked her to dinner tonight. The smile she had beamed me was genuine. I felt it. I glanced at my phone again and decided to call her, but it goes straight to voicemail. Hearing her voice brings a smile to my face. I wait for the beep. Hey, Sabella, it's Slater. I'm at the restaurant. Just wondering where you're at. It's 7:30 and I'm getting hungry. I chuckled. Call me. Bye. I end the call, wondering if maybe she's in a dead zone, or if her phone had died. The waiter returns and glances at the flowers. First date? He asks. I smirk, thinking of my first encounter with Sabella. Kind of. No worries, man. I'm sure she'll show up. Can I get you another drink? No, I'm good, thanks. I answer, then proceed to take another large gulp on the one I had. For the next 15 minutes, I find myself constantly checking my phone, making sure it's still working and that the volume is turned up high. It is. Why hasn't she called? I'm baffled. Then I have a horrific thought. Maybe she's been in an accident. I panic, grab my phone, and try calling her again, only to get her voicemail one more time. The more I think about it, the more I suspect something has happened, because nothing else makes any sense. Damn it, why didn't I just pick her up? I don't believe Sabella has stood me up. She doesn't seem the type. My gut is telling me something is wrong. God, I wish she'd answer her damn phone. With no way of getting hold of her or even knowing where she lived, another reason why I should have picked her up, I flagged down the waiter and asked for my check. He approaches my table with a long face, obviously trying to show me some compassion. Sorry, ma'am, but there's plenty of other fish in the sea. Scowling, I shoot him a piercing stare and slam some dollars down on the table. No, there's not. Irritated by his stupid comment, I grab the flowers, still intending to give them to her, and stand up from the table. After retrieving my phone and checking it one more time, I slid it into my back pocket and tell the waiter to keep the change, and hastily leave the restaurant. When I am finally in the solitude of my truck, I lean back and close my eyes. In my mind, I relived every moment of the glorious afternoon I had spent with Sabella, trying to see if I had missed anything where I may have upset her in any way. But there wasn't. If anything, I sensed when it was time for her to leave, she had a hard time pulling herself away, just like I did. I tried calling her again with no luck, and threw the phone down on the passenger seat next to the roses. I shake my head in despair, and before firing up the truck, I glanced around the parking lot one last time, in the hopes of seeing her. I don't, and a wave of disappointment washes over me. Realizing there's nothing I can do but head home and wait for her to call me, has me beating myself up one more time for not picking her up. I hate this feeling of being a sitting duck. I need to know why she hasn't shown up. Thoughts that she may never call crossed my mind, but I quickly shake them off, believing she'd never do that. The connection we had at the beach was too strong. I felt it. I know I did. It is now 8:15. Reluctantly and confused, I pull out of the parking lot and head home, with no idea what has happened to Sabella. There you go. That is a random chapter that I picked out of Slater, book 1. Hope you enjoyed it. This is a book that will be free tomorrow, along with Eve, book 2. So these two will be free tomorrow, which is why I decided to pick one of those. And I like to do giveaways on these solo chats. I'm going to actually do 3 giveaways today. So you get a choice of any book from the Sabella series if you haven't read, and that includes the latest one, Open Arms, or you can have the signed paperback of Slater. If you've not started the series, this is book one. And then there is also a prequel, but the prequel is only on ebook because it's only like 25 pages, and that one you can get free through my newsletter. And if you're a member, a subscriber, then you've probably already read Davin. But that is the book one, Isabella series. Will be free tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed that one. And like I said, I'm going to do a little short chapter from Reckless Beginnings in just a minute. Twyla says, I love that. And we got B. She joined us. She says, running late, but she's here. Hi, B. I'm glad you joined us. Dana says, haven't had the chance to read the others. All in good time, Dana. All in good time. Let's see. Janice says, yay. And thank you so much. You are welcome. Amanda says, fabulous. I do want to ask and give my voice a little bit of a break before I read the next chapter, but talking about Virgie Lane says she's read like 260 books this year. That's a lot of books. I was just curious, how many books have you read this year? Roughly. Have you met your goals? Do you think you'll meet your goals? You got one more day for tomorrow. Me, I do not read as much as I would like to, but I will tell you, I like to give a shout out to the author that I'm currently reading, but I'm lucky if I read a book a month. I would like to read a lot more, but like I've said before, it's a toss up between writing and reading, and writing always wins. But I did just start this book. I just started it yesterday, Nowhere Near Goodbye, by Barbara Connery, and I am enjoying it. So far, this is a very good book. So this is what I'm enjoying. I have 3 reviews to leave on my last reads. I'm so behind on my reviews. I apologize to the authors, but that's something I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I have 3 to leave, so I'll be posting those tomorrow, and I'll post them in the group too. But this one, so far, so good. Let me know if you've read it. Nowhere Near Goodbye. I'm enjoying it. Very good. B says, I love that book. See? Oh, I love that book you're reading. So good. Let me see. Dana says, I'm 14 over my goal. Yay, congratulations. And then we have Renee. She says about 150 books. Janet, wow, you guys read a lot. That's fantastic. Janet says 152 for me. I have Reckless Beginnings, and it's on my soon. Oh, yay, exciting. I hope you enjoy it. Let me see. What other is here? Karen, we got 16. Fantastic. Excellent. Good job, guys. I really wish I could read more. And then my problem is, too, I read the book and I take forever to leave a review, but I get there. And Twyla's read this book I'm reading, and Love Nowhere Near Goodbye. She's read it. It's good. I'm enjoying it so far. I think I'm on chapter 4, but I do enjoy it. What other readers do we have here? Who else? Okay, I'm trying to see what this says. The author page cut off. Ugh, Tina, this is Elaine. 130 books here. You got cut off my author page? That's weird. So she's back in the group. I'm not sure why that would happen. I'm sorry. But I'm glad you're still with us, Elaine. She's read 130 books this year. That's fantastic. Janelle, 56 books this year. I'll be finishing 1 more, hopefully. Congratulations. I'll be asking some questions in the group tomorrow, too, for New Year's and all that kind of New Year's Eve related questions. Let me see what else. I'm not sure who this is. 6 this year. Renee's 98. Barbara, 190. You guys are making me look bad. Sherry, 130. Now, my next question related to this. Do you read mainly paperbacks or ebooks? Just curious. Amanda's at 188. Fantastic. Katie says she's met her goal. Let me see. Karen reads ebooks. I saw something up here. I wanted to. I've had a rough year, only 10. That's okay. That's okay. Patricia, my goal was 30. I've read 52. Wow, look at B. 230. Wow. Karen's at 165. Oh, Sherry's reading a book through the Talamella trilogy. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for reading my books. I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Let me see. Ebooks. And I know this is Elaine. I'm enjoying Claire. I read both. Thank you, Elaine. Linda reads paperbacks. Renee reads both. Tina reads both. I am a paperback reader. Most of my sales actually come from ebooks, but I just cannot read ebooks. I tried it. I just can't do it. And I think it's because I spend a lot of time in front of the computer writing. So I need that break away from the screen. So for me, it has to be paperback. I'm just a paperback reader. That's just what I like. But she's enjoying Claire. Oh, thank you. Best series ever. And I am flattered. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. B says, I've read all your books. Claire is my all-time. Claire is special. She's a special kind of woman. She's gone through a lot. And if you've read Open Arms, I'm not giving anything away because I know a lot of you haven't, but there's more to her story in Open Arms that you discover. So yeah, she's special. She really is. Elaine says, I truly love your books. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the support, you guys. All right, are we ready for a second read? Do you want me to read again? I think I'm going to read, let's read this one. Reckless Beginnings. This is the one that started. This is the book that holds a special place in my heart. Reckless Beginnings, because if it wasn't for me writing this book, there would be no others. And this one just holds a special place in my heart because it planted the seed for me to continue writing. And when I did write Reckless Beginnings back in 2018, yes, 2018, my plan was just to write this one book because it had a strong message for other women that were in the same situation as me. But it continued on to 2 more books and became a trilogy, which actually really surprised me. I was not planning on that at all, but it just something I found a passion that I absolutely love doing now. And I hold this book, thankful for putting me on this journey. So this one will always hold a special place in my heart. And it also was brilliant therapy for me. For those of you that have read this book, you can understand why I say that. And I understand myself so much better because of the bad choices I made in life. But this one was like putting pieces in a puzzle and reflecting on why I made those choices and growing from them and actually learning from them. So without further ado, I picked a random chapter, again, without giving too much away. The only thing I want to point out in here, because if you haven't started chapter 1, the 2 names that are mentioned is John, which is Tammy's father, based on my dad. I am Tammy in the book. John is Tammy's father. And I think Rose has a mention, which is Tammy's mother. So those 2 names pop up in chapter 4 of Reckless Beginnings. Again, I just picked a random chapter because I know I've read, chapters 1 through 3 and the prologue many times. So I thought I'd just mix it up a little bit. So here we go. Chapter 4, Reckless Beginnings. After the initial shock had sunk in and her mother had been persuaded that everything was going to be okay, the rest of the evening was spent discussing the move. Overjoyed and riddled with excitement, Tammy couldn't believe this was finally happening. On the contrary, it warmed Rose's heart to see such a joyous smile on her daughter's face. Even though she was going to miss Tammy deeply, she was truly happy for her. She knew in her heart it was time to stop being selfish, and perhaps more importantly, it was time to let her go. John told them he would be in England for another week. He was leaving tomorrow to go down south to Surrey to visit his sister Maddie and his brother-in-law Dave. While there, he would purchase Tammy's plane ticket and she could take the train down at the end of the week. They would then leave from Heathrow Airport in London the following Monday. Tammy soon realized she had a lot to do in just 7 days. She had to decide what she wanted to take with her. The airline would only allow her to take 1 suitcase, which meant she would have to donate the rest of her things to charity or give them to friends at work. She also needed to give notice to her landlord and her manager at work. Sadly, she realized she wouldn't be able to say goodbye to Jenny. She would still be on her honeymoon on the day of her departure. Tammy had no doubt Jenny would be crushed, but what could she do? She was afraid if she didn't go now, her father might never ask her again. With so much to do in so little time, the week flew by quickly. When Tammy wasn't working, she spent every spare moment going through her belongings, deciding what to keep and what to part with. She had friends from work coming by every day, taking the things she no longer wanted, such as clothes, dishes, records, books, and furniture. Where had all this stuff come from? She never realized how much junk she'd accumulated. Tammy knew she was going to need to set the day aside for the 3-hour train ride to Surrey, and so gave 5 days' notice to her landlord and her job. She appreciated their understanding, and both expressed how excited they were for her. Everyone at work was truly happy for her. Some even confessed how envious they were, and most agreed they needed to get together for a going away party. It wasn't every day someone from work was moving to America, they proclaimed. By the end of the week, Tammy had managed to get rid of most of her possessions, except for the bed, which she planned on leaving behind. With all of her dishes gone, she was now eating only takeout meals. It was as good an excuse as any to live on junk food for a few days. Her one suitcase was packed with clothing, toiletries, a few photographs, and a few of her favorite books. Tonight was going to be her last night at work. Tomorrow she would be taking the train down to Surrey to meet up with her father. She couldn't believe how fast the week had gone by, and yet, to her surprise, she had managed to check off everything on her list. Tammy was ready for a big move to the States. There was no turning back now. Deep down, she was extremely nervous and couldn't deny the anxiety bubbling away in her stomach. England had been her only home. She would be leaving behind so much, including her mother, sister, and friends. She would no longer have a home to call her own, and would have to find new restaurants and shops to call her favorites. After the move, the only people she would know would be her father and his wife Joanne, whom she had yet to meet. Tammy questioned if they would get along, and at times even questioned if she was doing the right thing by leaving her whole life behind. When Tammy arrived at work, Jean-Pierre told her that he had to change the schedule. She was now going to be closing the restaurant at 11 instead of getting off at 9. Tammy couldn't hide her anger. Jean-Pierre, how could you do this to me? You know it's my last night, she shrieked, while stomping her feet in protest. I was hoping to go out after work. I won't get another chance. Oh, stop your whining, Tammy, he snapped in his fancy French drawl. It couldn't be prevented. Someone called in sick. What was I supposed to do? I know it's your last night, and I'm sorry. He placed his hand on her shoulder. Tell you what, because I feel so awful about this, why don't you let me buy you a drink at Denny's pub after work? Having calmed down after her initial outburst and having no actual plans, Tammy accepted his invitation. 10 o'clock couldn't come fast enough. It had been a busy night for the restaurant, and even though it was now closed, it would still take Tammy another hour to shut everything down before her shift was officially over. During her last hour, co-workers approached her to wish her well and say their goodbyes before leaving for the evening. Some even brought tears to her eyes with their heartfelt farewells. By 11 o'clock, she was the only one left. So much for a leaving party, she thought. The only task remaining was to turn off the lights. But as Tammy stood by the switch, she hesitated and took one last look around the restaurant, as if capturing the memories she would be taking with her. That's when it hit her. It felt so real. She'd never see this place again. Not wanting to cry or become too emotional, she quickly turned off the lights, leaving only darkness behind her, and headed over to Danny's pub to meet Jean-Pierre. There you go. Chapter 4 of Reckless Beginnings, the book that started it all for me. And like I said, tomorrow is the last day. You can get this for 99 cents on ebook. So I wanted to just give you a little taste of that one in case you haven't read it, or if you want to take an advantage of the sale, which ends tomorrow. Thank you, Renee, for this. I definitely recommend this book and the whole series. Thank you so much. Ruth is here. Hey, Ruth. I loved every book you've written and looking forward to Open Arms. Thank you, Ruth. I'm not sure how long you've been here, but I'm still waiting on my copies for Open Arms, the paperbacks. When they come, I know you're a winner. You will be getting one. And I will let the group know as soon as they arrive. Karen says, love it. Thank you so much. Virgie, thank you, Tina, for your live read. You are so welcome. Renee says, I have the Terminal Trilogy of my Kindle planned to. Oh, yay, Renee. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how you like it. Elaine says, thank you for reading. Karen says, love it. Thank you, guys. I try and give you a little taste of some of my books while I'm here. I just don't want to repeat my reading. I appreciate you guys coming here every month and listening to me jibber jabber and talk. That I don't want to keep reading the same chapters, but I also don't want to read chapters that spoil it for others that have not read the trilogy or I don't want to give anything away. Like if I read from book 3, there might be something in book 1 that I'm giving away. So I try and pick the chapters carefully, so I'm not giving too much. Oh, Patricia said, oh, wait, this was such my son. Amanda said, but I want to put this up. Patricia says, this is my first time here. I've enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Patricia, for joining us. And I hope you come back next month. In fact, I will give you a date. I do this once a month on a Friday. I call it my solo tea time hour. My tea. Thank you, Elaine, for my mug. And I just like to connect with readers and let you know what's going on. My next chat for the solo chat will be January the 27th, Friday at 3 p.m. So that'll be the next time I do this, once a month. So mark your calendars for that, and we'll see what's been happening in the month. Hopefully I have some more news about the prequel. That's the one I'm excited about right now, getting the prequel out, because I really love the cover that's coming together for it, and the fact that many of you will get it for free. So I like the idea of getting feedback from you and just giving you some more insight of the trilogy that a lot of you have read. So I'm glad to bring in a new insight to the trilogy. And then my next Cuppa and Annata, which I do twice a month with authors, it will be on January the 9th. So it'll be a week from Monday. And my guest is going to be Caleb Kelly, gentleman author that I have not read. He's a new author to me. Let me know if you know of Caleb Kelly. He will be joining me January the 9th. And if we have authors here that would like to be on my Cuppa and Annata, I am booked up through July or June, but I still take bookings for the end of the year. So if you're interested in being on the 1 hour chat, which is live, just like we're live today, we talk about your books. We take questions from readers, a lot of fun. Go ahead and send me a message and I'll get you in on the schedule. And they will also be on the podcast the day after, my Cuppa and Annata podcast. But Caleb Kelly will be joining me January the 9th. So have you read, let me see. I'm seeing if anyone has heard of him. Dana says new author. Virgie says new author. I like this. Elaine says, just send Alexa a reminder. Oh, I like that idea. I don't have Alexa, but I saw a funny cartoon the other day. It says, Alexa, take down the tree. That one we got to learn how to do, right? But I thought that was hilarious. That is Pacific Standard Time, Patricia. Thank you. That is Pacific Standard Time. Becky should be 8 o'clock. B says, a new author. So that's who will be. And I'll be posting next week pictures of him and his books, and the usual post that I do for my Cuppa and Annata, but that will be the one for January the 9th. Okay, like I said, hold on, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm sorry. I am doing giveaways. I like to do giveaways when I do my solo chats, and I'm giving away 3 prizes. And these, if you're watching me live right now, you are automatically in the drawing. So everyone here, you are in the drawing. Again, you get to pick a paperback, either from the ones I've read, which could be Bucky's Beginning or Slater, or if you've read these books and you want another book in either series, whether it be the reunions, what's the other, Better Endings from this one, or any of the books in the Sabella series from Slater all the way through to Open Arms, you can pick one of those. It will be signed and you'll get the bookmark and the magnet, whatever book you decide to choose. So that's my first giveaway. The next giveaway, I love these, so I'm giving some more away. But one of you is going to get one of my wonderful totes. I absolutely love these. I take them to the post office, and people are, oh, I love your totes. And, of course, we talk about my books and stuff. So this is what I'm giving away to one of you. It's the Tammy Mellows tote, and on the back is my logo. I absolutely love these. So that's another thing I'm giving away. And then the third prize is the Tammy Mellows coffee mug. So that will be the third one. So that's got the 3 books. Just looks like the tote, but it's a coffee mug. And again, the logo on the back. So those are the 3 prizes: a signed paperback of choice, a tote, and a coffee mug. So if you're here live, you are entered in the drawing. And if you've already if you've already won, like say, for example, I know Renee's won the tote. And because I pull these out of a random drawing, and you get to win a tote again, you are more than welcome to take a second tote and give it away as a gift. I have no problem with you taking a second tote and giving it to your neighbor or giving it to your friend, because the more totes out there, the more people see my books. And the same goes with the coffee mug. If your name gets pulled in the coffee mug drawing and you've already run the coffee mug, maybe you want 6 coffee mugs in your cupboard. So, I have no problems giving away more than one tote if you've already won one. So don't feel bad if you already want a tote and I pull your name again and you want to give it away to a friend, neighbor, sister, mother. That's fine with me. So that's how I do the drawings. They go I fold them up into a bowl and I pull out, 3 names. So give me about an hour to do that. Oh, Peggy's here. I'm just seeing some new names. So Peggy, hi Peggy. I hope you're doing okay. Happy New Year. I hope the new year is good for you. And in fact, I hope the new year is good for all of you. I wish you all a prosperous new year. I hope it's a good year. And I will see you in the group. I'm going to wrap it up now. It's after 4 o'clock. Wow, that went by quick. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining me and for listening to me read and your support as always. And I will see you in the group and I will announce the 3 winners in about an hour. Happy New Year, everyone. Good night. Thank you. Bye.